I am now introducing Insane Ian. Achievement unlocked!
Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane Ian. I'm a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician. Because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here, and that's why today I am reacting to WAPC, or WAPC, or Wet Ass Pussycat by Devo Spice. If this is your first time joining us, yes, I am a comedy musician and I react exclusively to comedy music because that is where my field of expertise is. What this means for you is that I'm going to pause the video. Kind of a lot, actually. This way I'm not talking over or laughing over the jokes and missing them. This way I can discuss how the lyrics and video work in tandem to help enhance the comedy. Sometimes I'm analyzing, sometimes I'm summarizing, sometimes I'm explaining jokes, because that's always fun for people, and sometimes I'm just sitting back and laughing my damn head off. It's a crapshoot whatever you're going to get, but I think it's a good time. If you like that sort of thing, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my own comedy and music early, and all sorts of other cool things like that. Anyway, all of that out of the way, let's dive into this video. Now, this is a parody of WAP by Cardi B. Admittedly, Devo recorded this song like 4 years ago, but only just now is getting the music video out. Hashtag relatable AF. I have several songs of mine that I recorded a while ago that took me a while to get a music video for. It just kind of happens when you have a day job or other things that you work on other than your art. Sometimes not all art finishes at the same time. So I understand that. But this one was released on a Devo Spice Vivo channel, so an official, like, hey, this needs to be promoted kind of music video channel that, you know, all the other big music acts get. But it's not getting quite as many views, so if you do want to see this without me yammering all over it, link is in the description box below. Go show Devo Spice some love. Let's dive in to this wet-ass pussy cat song.
My cat people, throw your paws in the air. Yeah. My cat people, throw your paws in the air.
So, before he gets into the actual rhyming there, the Cat People sample here is a sample from Cat People by Schaefer the Dark Lord, a nerdcore artist. Instead of using the original Cardi B beat that she uses in her song, he's actually sampled Cat People by Schaefer the Dark Lord to kind of help emphasize the catness of the song. Not Katniss Everdeen, that's from Hunger Games and a different thing entirely. Devo and I have a lot of things in common. Number one, we've worked together on a bunch of songs. Devo's a good friend of mine. He helps run the FUMP, the Funny Music Project, of which I'm a member. But also, we've done similar songs. I did a parody of Thrift Shop by Macklemore, and then he did one and used my instrumental. We've both apparently have sampled Cat People by Schaefer the Dark Lord. My song, Must Love Dogs, is actually a response to Cat People, and I sample it at the beginning of it, and the record scratches, but I use the same beat, but I don't use the hook over and over again like this song does. But, regardless, similarities and things.
Cat needs a bath, here's some words you must hear. A wet-ass pussy can make that artery bleed.
I love that Devo's recording this at his house. Devo does not have a cat, so clearly it's a cat puppet, and also this way it's easier to get a cat to behave, which I know all too well. Again, going with personal experience, I had my cat Waffles and Cheddar in my video for I Bet I Can Eat More Waffles Than You. Waffles was an ideal person to have as Judge Waffles in it, but Waffles would not cooperate, so Judge Waffles was actually played by the younger cat, Cheddar Bay Biscuit. So yeah, getting pets to perform is difficult. Like I said, Devo does not own a cat, so he's using a puppet, but in the shot in his house is a picture of his two dogs. Behind him in that one shot when the cat scratches his face. Clearly a puppet, but you know, you go with what works. I love this white background area here. It's it's minimalist and it works really well.
Your paws in the air.
Yeah,
My
yeah, be
cat
careful
people
with
throw
that
your
wet
paws in
ass
the
pussy.
air.
The cat will
My
go
cat
berserk
people
when
throw
you
your
wash
paws
that
in the
pussy.
air.
Plan to take a day off work after you wash that pussy. Pick it up, give it.
Yeah, see, is like, it's, there's like three different pictures of dogs. Two of them together, and each of them have a separate one above it. I love you can see in the mirror the tripod and camera that is filming this shot. Oh, there's an even smaller picture of one dog too. So there's five dog pictures there. There's one up, another one up at the top. There's so many pictures of dogs in this video about a cat. Yes, a video about washing a cat, a pussycat, a wet ass pussycat. Yes, that is the theme of the joke of the song, of the parody there. This song is brilliant, by the way, if you have not heard this. I will be speaking more about the video than the song, because I've heard the song. Like I said, it came out 4 years ago. It's a great tune. Whenever he performs it live, people who haven't heard it are immediately caught off guard, and continue to lose it over the lyrics. It's a great song. But I will say, seeing the tripod and camera in that shot is hilarious. But yeah, have to take a day off work. Washing a cat is difficult. They have videos online where like people are washing kittens and the kittens are very calm and not moving, and that's because the person who's washing it has it by the scruff of the neck, so it can't move. Washing a cat, normally, cats hate water. Stereotypes are real for a reason sometimes. Things.
All you got, fill the water but not too hot. Put the pussy right in the bath. Swipe your nose with a fast onslaught. Stay on top, holding it down.
Swipe your nose with a fast onslaught or a vast onslaught. Couldn't quite catch that. Let's take it back a couple seconds here.
Pussy right in the bath. Swipe your nose with a fast onslaught. Stay on top, holding it down. Not in the water, don't let it drown. Blood in my mouth, rage in his eye. When he comes out, I'm gonna die.
When he comes out, I'm gonna die. Devo with all the scratches and blood on his face. As it progresses, I'm sure there'll be more on everything in this thing. This shot is great because of the terror in Devo's eye and the amount he's selling this. Devo's been taking a lot of acting classes and working more as an actor and doing a lot more video things. But again, in the background, we can see the lighting tripod with the umbrella light cover there, and the light reflected in the mirror. I don't mean to point these things out. It's just something that I notice when I do these kind of things. I appreciate that kind of thing because I know how difficult it is when you're doing everything yourself. Sometimes you can't avoid having things being in shots. So I get it. I respect it. I understand it. It's just amusing to me. The amount of acting Devo has to do with this puppet cat, because it's not a real cat, reminds me of the scene in Ed Wood when Bela Lugosi is having to pretend the giant rubber octopus is attacking him, so he's the one moving the arms because the animatronics in it didn't work. So he's in the cold water, splashing around, pulling the arms onto him to pretend like he's knocking the arms off of him. Ed Wood is a great movie. Ed Wood, the person, was a terrible director, but had a lot of passion, and worked with Bela Lugosi in his ending years. And it's a great movie. It's one of the most underrated Tim Burton movies. Highly recommend. If you have any fascination with film, especially B film and B directors like Ed Wood, and this being his life story and everything, great movie. Anyway, back to this.
I hold him up, hang by his tail. For my sake, I wear chainmail. I just need to wash this damn cat now to get rid of all of his fleas.
I wish in that one shot, to protect myself, I wear chainmail. I wish there was just a shot of Devo in a suit of armor. I had a chainmail shirt for a while. I think actually it still may be at my dad's old house. I think I left it with the person who moved in later. I was like, you can just keep that. Because it weighed like 60 pounds. It was real chainmail. I wore it to the Renaissance Fair when I was 16 and went, this was an error in judgment. Shouldn't have gone around all day wearing 60-pound chainmail at 16. Regardless, something like that for a visual shot, even if it was like, just like a still image of Devo, photoshopped into a suit of armor, would have worked for just one shot for that line. But, again, budgetary reasons being what they are, I understand why I didn't. Let's take it back a second here. Having the cat by the tail.
I wear chainmail, I just need to wash this damn cat now to get rid of all of his fleas. Hear it scream, hear it yell, like a demon beast from hell. I will wash till you don't smell, but I can tell you this will not end well. Wailing and flailing, grab on the railing.
That's such a great shot too. Like you clearly get everything here. It's really a real kitchen or bathroom because you've got the pantry full of like all the towels and bathing supplies and stuff, and he's messing around with a cat. Devo's normal stage appearance of t-shirt and cargo shorts, and just like wearing a white shirt. He's wearing a white shirt in this video because he wants to show the blood. Usually the shirt is not a white shirt in concert. But he does have the Devo Spice hat, which I respect. I like having materials that have your own name on them. By the way, shirts available at my spread shop. Link in the description, and I'm sure something will come up on screen too. Buy some merch, please. Anyway.
He jumped out, but I grabbed him by the tail again. He whipped around with his claws and he jabbed him in. I looked down and there's blood on my abdomen. Pain's intense, I see stars.
Claws and he jabbed him in. I looked down and there's blood in my abdomen. That's a Tom Lehrer level rhyme. Jabbed him in abdomen is just the kind of turn of phrase that Tom Lehrer would do for a rhyme. Just a masterful execution of fitting phrases into rhyming with one word. Stupendium does that a lot. Luke Ski does that a lot. Devo will do that on occasion, and it's just pleasing to the ear when you come across something like that and you realize what the rhyme is. It's fun. I like that.
Whipped around with his claws and he jabbed him in. I looked down and there's blood on my abdomen. Pain's intense, I see stars. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna leave scars. Really ain't never felt the pain that burns, even when I sat through Superman Returns. I got some.
See, now that's unnecessary. Unnecessary kind of dig at Superman Returns out of nowhere. That's not a terrible movie. It's not great. It's better than Superman 4, though. Superman Returns, way better than Superman 4. I would say it's probably better than Superman 3. There are some people who support Superman 3. There are some good scenes in Superman 3. The fight between Clark Kent and Superman is ridiculous, but it's acted really well because Chris Reeve is amazing. The rest of that movie is not a Superman movie, it's a Richard Pryor movie. I've gone off topic again. But they did it first. Devo did it first because he was talking about Superman Returns in the song. That has nothing to do with Superman. Tangents.
Scars and some stitches from this wet ass. I think I need a tourniquet because my blood is gushing.
Because my blood is gushing, yeah. Because gushy is one of the rhymes in the original. Good visual effect here of the blood spurting out. It's an often seen standard visual of a blood spurt that I've seen in billions of things. It's probably a free resource. But bravo to Devo for using a lot of blood makeup here in this shot, all over his face, all over the white shirt, on the little thing he's got on his wrist to stop the bleeding from the veins. Good attention to detail in a lot of those things.
It's like something from The Shining, from the wet now I think
like something from The Shining. Yeah, because, you got the elevator shots where the doors open and then rivers of blood flow out. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna faint because I'm feeling Look, I need a face shield, need a flak jacket, need a suit of armor and a weed whacker.
Okay, there we've got the suit of armor. We were saying chainmail before. Now we have the suit of armor on this like weird little chibi Devo Spice drawing here. That's great. All right, bravo. That's what we wanted.
Not pessimistic, but the conclusion is an ambulance and a transfusion. I wanted pets, a cute little tabby. I should have got one that wasn't so stabby. They should have warned me, proceed with caution. Take out insurance when you try to wash him.
That is a FumpFest t-shirt. I know because that's when Ogden Edsel was the guest of honor at FumpFest. Devo helps run FumpFest because it's a festival from the Fump, the Funny Music Project, which Devo also runs, and I host. Also, the Wet Ass Pussy shirt that he's wearing in the rap sections, where it's just him on the white screen, which is clearly he's on a green screen. You can kind of see a little bit of green around the red beard, but you know he made it white when they did the editing. He's selling those shirts. Let's take it back a minute here. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the green around the hair, and that around the edges on the hair and stuff. Doing green screen, especially by yourself, it's tough to get that coloration out. You'll see a little bit of it in the wig that I'm wearing in the I Bet I Can Eat More Waffles Than You video. There's a little bit of green around that because of the way hair works, and with green screen it's hard to do it like that. And sometimes when you have the lights on, you're getting a little bit of the green reflection actually on your skin, so it's hard to key that out 100%, especially when doing something by yourself like this. But still, regardless of that, still looks good.
Is an ambulance and a transfusion. I wanted pets, a cute little tabby.
I will say, when it's in the
pessimistic, but the conclusion is an ambulance and a transfusion.
When it's in the shots like this, when it's in the mid shot where he actually has the cat puppet instead of the wide shot where you see the full body and he's just rapping without the cat, he's got some artifacting from the green screen on this. Sometimes that's unavoidable. I as somebody who's used green screen a lot in some of the other videos, I did a puppet video for The Sound of Chickens, which I posted recently again as a short now, since they take shorts at 3 minutes now. Getting that artifacting on the green screen because of the lighting, because you're moving around a lot. Sometimes the lighting changes, and because of that, because the lighting changes, the green on that screen catches a shadow, darkens. This is all caught in by shadow. Usually what you want to do is have two different light sources from two different angles to try to minimize the amount of shadow you're putting on the green screen. But sometimes, again, when working by yourself, it's harder to do that kind of thing. So you do see some of that, like, it looks like a smear or like something dripping down behind him. Not quite fully visible, but still there. That's what that's coming from. Regardless of that fact, these shots go by so quickly, you wouldn't normally see it unless you're pausing it like this idiot to talk about it. Yeah.
That's a cute little tabby. I should have got one that wasn't so sad.
See, in the wide shot,
is an ambulance and a transfusion. I wanted pets, a cute little tabby. I should have.
In the wide shot, you don't see it. In the wide shot, you're not seeing any of that shadow artifacting. And it's just the thing with the lighting. You know, something maybe for the mid shot, he moved some things and the lights didn't get moved or weren't readjusted or something. It happens.
Got one that wasn't so stabby. They should have warned me. Proceed with caution. Take out insurance when you try to wash him. I don't want to do this at all.
Proceed with caution. Take out insurance when you need to wash him. That's another great rhyme. I love that. And just a shot of Devo dying. Needs more scratches on the legs. But, you know, again, attention to details. He's holding the cat up here. When it tries to escape, it's going to get your legs. Having two cats of my own, who, by the way, they're oranges. They don't need baths. But also, one of them's a kitten and still has the tiny, tiny baby hand needles. Always need to trim those. Holy shit.
Anymore. My left arm is numb, my right arm is sore. I never thought that something that's so cute could result in this kind of gore. There's blood on the top, there's tears in my eye.
Whoa, that's some vicious viscousness right there.
Something that's so cute could result in this kind of gore. There's blood on the...
I like the little animated blood here on the back of the tub, right by the Amazon Basics dandruff shampoo. Unnecessary product placement there.
The top, there's tears in my eye. The water is red, the cat is still dry. It's just a small kitten.
After all of that, the water is red, but the cat is still dry. This cat has not gotten wet yet. No bathing, just mauling of the singer. Perfect.
giant cougar. The cat of my dreams became Freddy Krueger. I want to have a clean cat, Lord knows I'm trying.
Just a random, instead of showing Freddy Krueger, just showing a poster for one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. That's fine. Had it been me, I would have tried to make a little sweater, hat, and claw for the cat puppet, so the cat was dressed as Freddy Krueger. But again, I when I talk about these kind of videos, sometimes I talk about what I would have done versus, because it, you know, coming from somebody who does the same kind of thing. But obviously, there's nothing wrong per se with anything that Devo did in his video. It's his vision. It's what he would have done. I'm just comparing it to what I would have done, again, as a comedy musician, doing the similar kind of thing.
Flash my wrist, make it feel like I'm dying. Switch up a shape like a Power Ranger morphin. I think eating barbed wire might have been more fun. The thanks I get, I'm the one that feeds you. Then he...
What was that part? And we just... Oh! It went by so fast I didn't catch it before, but the poster is altered. It's a cat, it's a black cat, instead of Freddy's head with Freddy's glove. If Fluffy doesn't want to take a bath, you'd better stay out of the bathroom. Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Bath Day. Alright, so that totally works. That's why it's a poster up instead. I didn't catch that the first time through, and accidentally rewound exactly to the poster shot. So, yeah, so, keep your angry comments away. I'm sure people were typing before I even got to this part, or probably not. I'm expecting too much. Anyway.
Freddy Krueger. I want to have a clean cat, Lord knows I'm trying. Slash my wrist, make it feel like I'm dying. Switch up a shape like a Power Ranger morphin. I think eating barbed wire might have been more fun.
I think eating barbed wire might have been more fun. And that's what he's biting there. Okay. Okay, and then you can see a clearer shot of the FumpFest shirt from 2023.
Thanks I get, I'm the one that feeds you. Then he licks his ass and he makes me bleed. Some days I wish
Let's go back for a second here, catch that line.
Been more fun. The thanks I get, I'm the one that feeds you. Then he licks his ass and he makes me bleed.
The thanks I get, I'm the one that feeds you. Then he licks his ass and he makes me bleed, yeah. So yeah, we've got the puppet bending over to lick its butt. And like you could almost see the hand on top of it in one real quick shot. Take it back again.
There might have been more fun. The thanks I get, I'm the one that feeds you. Then he licks his ass and he makes me bleed. Some days I wish I got a gerbil. He can make you think that he's a harmless furball. Now I can't see through the thick steam, can't find the cat, but I think it's...
Little digital steam coming up, but the red rum on the mirror is a very nice touch. Going back to the Shining thing. But yeah, really, really good effect going through here. There's some really nice, like I feel like I've been nitpicking a little bit, and it's not intentional. Again, because I'm more relating to, I know how tough it is to do this kind of thing on your own. But I will say some of the visuals and some of the effects with the visuals that are done in this are done very, very well, and they're done really smartly throughout the video. They're peppered in occasionally. It's not like we're putting all of these green screen things over top of everything. We're spacing them out. We're doing them conservatively throughout the video instead of just excessively. The blood effects always look great. The digital steam you've got coming up here, the red rum shot of the steamed up mirror, brilliant shot. Really, really good.
But at this point, I just don't care. When I'm finally done, it's a crime scene.
And back to the sample.
Yeah, be careful with that wet ass pussy. The cat will go berserk when you wash that pussy. Plan to take a day off work after you wash that pussy.
I will say, unfortunately, because it's a black cat puppet and a black shirt, sometimes he loses the cat in the shirt in some of the wider shots. But again, that may have been the only puppet he was able to find, so I understand.
Now from the ears to the tail, that's a wet ass pussy.
That's some good green screening right there. There's a little bit of lines coming out that weren't quite able to be masked out, but still, the repeating the three clones to have it dancing on the street with the fountains, great stuff. Great gag.
All the neighbors hear it wail. That's a wet ass pussy. I'm talking that's a mad ass pussy. A wood chipper's got nothing on this wet ass pussy.
My cat people
911. What's the nature of your emergency?
My cat people
I tried to give my cat a bath.
Again, with this, instead of like having the voice here of the 911 dispatcher is another comedy musician, Carrie Dalby, a good friend of ours, local here in Chicago. But instead of having Carrie be on the phone on one end and Devo on another, having it come up like a 911 call dispatch screen so you can see the text, like with the transcript, like they do for things like Cops or Unsolved Mysteries or something like that, is another smart gag here. It does two things. One, it kind of establishes it in a kind of docudrama kind of way. But two, because it is a transcript of it, you're getting very clearly on screen, you can see what they're saying versus trying to listen to it, and because it's kind of in the background of the song, you might not catch it. So this is, the good translation for that, and the little audio waveform at the bottom of the screen. Perfect. Really, really well done. Loving this dispatcher caller. Great.
Okay, sir, help is on the way. I need you to stay on the line, okay? Can you do that?
So much blood.
And then him on the phone in the cutaway and drops it. Jeans are, the shorts are ripped at the bottom. So much blood across everything. It looks like he had his kids spray ketchup all over him. But at the same time, right in the side, there is the shot of the tripod again from the camera pointing down on this shot. If you're working in an enclosed space that's not made for having cameras and equipment in, it is kind of hard to get everything out of the way. But I always, if it was going by and that wasn't some jackass like me pausing it to see everything, most people would miss that kind of thing. And I have to point it out because that's kind of the nature of this show. Devo, it's all love. You know that, man. It's all love. But I just have an appreciation for that kind of thing coming up. But yeah, the ending it with so much blood and him dropping the phone, great tie-in to everything. Great, it's a good button for the end of the video. It's great. Dead. And then there's the image that's on the shirt, which you can buy on a shirt. Would have been nice to have the ad for the shirt at the end here, but because this was done for the Vivo thing, they don't allow that kind of thing. But yes, you absolutely can buy this shirt. I'm sure it's in the description of this video. Link to this video in the description of my video if you want to catch it without me yammering all over it. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. If you did like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto the video. And if you really want to help the channel out like these folks over here do, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, exclusive reactions, and all sorts of other cool things. Anyway, that's all for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
No, I don't mean the government, and I don't mean my friends. I can't take this punishment, or know how it'll end. With all of these trust issues, they're tearing me apart. But there ain't no doubt you get to my age,